evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. What a night and what a sight standing up here tonight, everyone. Every graduation ceremony, of course, is special, but this is certainly one that we're going to all remember for a long time. And what a night to have your last name start with the letter A, right? And B, get that front row. Very impressive. With tonight being so special, there's been a lot of extra work that's went in to preparing for this evening, and so I do want to call out a few names, and I know I'll miss some folks, but Mr. Kunke, our counselor Amanda Tesmer, Tammy Johnson, our Dean of Students, Beth Stone, Brian Johnson, and Jen Lundeen, our senior advisors, have put in just tons of hours to make this night a memorable night, and I do want to thank them. I also want to thank, you'll notice we have a crew in white here, ECMEC, that's a technology cooperative that Braham has been a part of for several years, and we have Mark Johnson and John Larson here tonight, and they have been working feverishly to make sure we can live stream this and that all of you can hear. So my name is Ken Gagner. I'm the school superintendent, and on behalf of Independent School District 314, I want to welcome you to 2020 graduation. And with that, I'd like to bring up our principal, Mr. Sean Kunke.
Wow. What a sight. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this monumental, special, and certainly unique occasion. We are all here today to celebrate with the senior class of 2020. To begin, I cannot tell you how excited I am to once again see all the smiling faces of our seniors, albeit through windshields. For many, the last time we were all together was on March 17th, which makes today have the feel of a graduation ceremony and a class reunion all wrapped up into one. However, I am hoping your class reunions will have a more personal touch from here on out. To the seniors, we go way back. I am glad that I was able to be a part of your journey. And it seems like just yesterday when many of you walked into the high school building for the first time and into my fifth grade classroom. You were energetic and curious. You were full of nervousness and had such an eagerness to learn. We sure did have some fun back in those fifth grade science classes. And recess was a blast too. Looking back, it is hard to believe that was 7 years ago. I am sure I do not have to remind your parents on how fast time flies. And we fast forward. We fast forward to Tuesday. It was March 17th of 2020 when we had our last in-school day together. I remember it fondly, hoping it would not be our last go-around. We had a lot of questions and not many answers. Alas, after a difficult last few months, sure enough, it was the last chance for you to walk the hallways of this high school together. I am so glad our students and staff got the opportunity on that day to congratulate you. You deserved it. And as the days, weeks, and months continued, there were some difficult times, to say the least. Each day from March 18th until today, I would walk the empty hallways of the high school and wishing for your return. I missed the everyday interaction with you and the relationships that we have built. Furthermore, as students in your senior year, you had some very difficult sacrifices yourself. Having to forego your entire fourth quarter of school during your senior year and all of the memories that go along with that. You also missed all of your after-school spring activities, including prom, super mileage contests, Knowledge Bowl regionals, FFA contests, musical concerts, baseball games, softball games, track and field meets, and golf meets, just to name a few. Though it may be difficult to comprehend now, I would like to remind you, seniors, of your importance during this difficult time in your life. Know that you will not be defined by staying home and missing all of those activities, but you will be defined by understanding how interconnected our world is and what it means to come together to solve difficult problems. Yeah, sure, maybe you didn't get to make the memories you had hoped for initially, but you may have just made so many different kinds of memories. Like perhaps that little extra time at home with mom and dad. And lastly, seniors, as you leave here today, as graduates of Braham Area High School, take pride in how far you have come. Have faith in how far you can go. And don't forget that you will always be a Braham Bomber. Along with the moms, dads, family members, and with all of the folks tuning in to this live-streamed graduation ceremony, I too would like to say that I am very proud of you. Thank you for all of your contributions to this school, to this community, and most importantly, congratulations on your graduation. At this time, please join me in welcoming our first class speaker, Savannah Kunsher.
Hello. I stand up here today, still wondering what I could say to you that would be worth your time. I mean, we all know each other. We saw each other grow up, went to support each other at games and performances, spent endless nights having fun on Friday sleepovers or hay rides in the fall together. I could say something like, we did it, guys. After all this hard work, look where we are. It's all paid off. And I could. That's what a lot of speeches sound like. And we should be proud of how far we came. But we aren't a normal graduating class. We can admit it's not a glorious ending. It may even suck. We've had to see our parents mourn the loss of an ending that wasn't what they had also been planning for about 18 years now. But for us, we saw the seniors ahead of us year after year finishing high school, waiting for the time we would get to be those kids. We were told throughout our high school career how amazing this year would be for us. In the home stretch, we saw our cousins, siblings, and older friends have a perfect ending to high school. We saw their senior prom, their last game, and finally, we saw them stand shoulder to shoulder with each other and toss their caps in the air. This obviously is not the ending we pictured for so many years. I haven't quite yet found the words to explain, even to myself, what this time will mean for our futures. It's funny when you spend your whole life thinking about what this time will look like, and suddenly it changes, becomes uncertain. We could think about what's happening as a test, something we'll all get through together, as we have throughout our many years together, side by side. It's easy to feel alone when we are separated physically, and it's hard to know how to make us feel less alone. But if we look at how we began, we see that we came into this world in a time of crisis. We are the generation born in the wake of 9/11, the generation that is politically active and outspoken in what we believe, and the generation coming of age in a global pandemic. If that doesn't say a little bit about our resilience, then I don't know what does. Other generations may have underestimated us or ruled out our ideas because we were young. Now we see the whole world rallying behind us in a way that has never happened before. People of all generations are wishing us the best. So now we go, the world waiting in suspense to see what we do next. We have the spotlight. We must use it. We must show the world that there is a reason we are the kids who were born and graduated in a time of trial for our world. To celebrate would be to say it's over, but for us, it has only begun. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Savannah. And please join me in welcoming our second class speaker, Luke Bendixson.
Well, fellow graduates, we're here. We finally made it. To celebrate, we were granted a beautiful day, an outside ceremony, decorated caps, and even yard signs. Who could have seen that coming? It's been a long time preparing, but we're ready. To put it in perspective, here's what happened 12 years ago in May of 2008. Marvel released the first Iron Man movie. Usain Bolt became a legend when he broke the 100-meter world record, and we finished kindergarten. The radio on the bus home was probably playing I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry or Viva La Vida by Coldplay. Now that Iron Man has saved the world 11 times and sacrificed himself in the snap, that really seems like ages ago. But then again, it feels like just yesterday we were getting so close to beating the M&M's math game in 4th grade. Anyway, it's happening. We're graduating. Here's some words to think about. We're in the last scene of the second act, the last minute of the game, and the final stretch before the finish line. Coach Kunke would tell us in his football pregame speeches to take a minute and look around the field. Look at the people who came to support you, your teammates, the lights, everything, and soak it up. After you get your diploma today, you've been handed a memory of the hard work you've put in up to now, and you are officially an alumni. So look around and soak up the moment. Remember the teachers who pushed you to learn, the community members that donated to our fundraisers, and everyone around you right now. The value they placed on you is priceless. You can move away, but the small town that raised you will always be there. Don't forget what that means to you and how that has impacted your life. To our parents, staff, and community, thank you. You have shown us the path to be generous, care for one another, and all the other small town attributes that we can proudly take along with us as small town alumni. Graduates, the path that they have paved for us is now in our control. Whether you're going to college or entering the workforce or undecided, apply yourself every day. Do something challenging, learn new things, and make someone's day. Life will be more rewarding if you do. You may not need to do trigonometry, but you will have to tackle problems. You may not have to ask if you can go to the bathroom, but you might have to ask if a law is just for everybody. Likewise, it only takes a little effort to do something good for the world or to brighten somebody's day. We all need a smile or a laugh once in a while, especially when the things get tough. Be that coworker, that friend, and that person people want to be around. If we all do these actions, our world will already be better off. So apply your skills and learn new ones. Speak up when you feel it is necessary, and be a light to everyone around you. The path won't be smooth or flat. There will be bumps and hills that must be traversed. Don't let the worry they cause overtake your life. You will overcome it if you are patient and confront the issue, but no matter what, keep moving forward. There's not enough time in the day to spend it spinning in circles. Be open to change. Listen to that person who has a different viewpoint and respect their opinions as well as share yours. Make connections with people from different cultures, religions, and orientations to broaden your personal outlook on life. Everyone has something new to offer, and we can learn from those around us to be better informed citizens. So don't give up when the path gets hard. Face it head on and find a solution. Learn from what makes each of us different and explore somebody else's ideas. It will expand your ways of thinking and how you see the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. There's no more waiting. It may seem like everything is about endings right now, but it's really about beginnings. Your path is up to you now. What direction will you take it? Remember the past and do good in the future. Keep in touch with your roots, no matter where you go, so you don't wander. We have accomplished great things up to this point, and it's time to take the next step. The moment is now. Soak it up. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Luke. The Braham Area High School Band and the seniors will be performing our senior musical selection, African Marching Song. Thank you, seniors. As many of you know, we released our recording of the Spring Awards Night this last Sunday. Many students were recognized for their achievements and scholarship awards. I would now like to acknowledge our seniors with the highest grade point averages in no particular order. When I call your name, please step out of your car for recognition. Cassandra Adkins. Zachary Anderson. Luke Bendixson. Joshua Klingensmith. And Savannah Kunsher. I also want to honor our 4 seniors who will be entering the armed forces. When I call your name, please step out of your car for recognition, and we'll wait for applause until the very end. Braden Doble will be joining the U.S. Army. Ashley Davis will be joining the U.S. Army National Guard. Reed Reesing has been accepted into the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, and Michael Tilkins-Rogstead will be enlisting in the U.S. Army. Let's give them the recognition that they deserve. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Steve Eklund of the Braham Area School Board to come forward to accept the class of 2020.
On behalf of the Braham Area School Board, it is both an honor and a privilege for me to accept the class of 2020 for graduation. I would like to congratulate the parents, families of all the graduates, and I would like the graduates to keep in mind where you came from. Wish you the best of luck in the future, whichever path you follow. Congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you, Steve. Drivers, if you have not already, start your engines. Prepare to drive forward to receive your diplomas. As your classmate previous to you has their name called, you may begin to drive forward. Diplomas will be handed out by Superintendent Ken Gagner and school board members Steve Eklund, Allison Longren, and Mike Thompson. Audience, to ensure that all students and families have the same opportunity to hear their names called, I ask that you hold your applause and honking until all graduates have received their diplomas. Cynthia Autumn Addison. Cassandra Marie Adkins. Lily Megan Anderson. Zachary Rollins Anderson. Houston Gregory Becker. Luke Thaddeus Bendixson. Megan Eleanor Bragdon. Cody Howard Callahan. Benjamin Michael Carlson. Arabella Ann Coolidge. Ashley Sky Davis. Braden James Doble. Emma Rose Ferdine. Vincent Tuzolino Graves. Grace Ivory Hill. Emily May Hirsch. Alexis Lynn Horrible. Ethan Lee Johnson. Jason Christopher Johnson. Kira Lee Johnson. Joshua Glenn Klingensmith. Madison Page Cryer. Savannah Elise Kunsher. Adelie Marie Leaf. Amaya Jean Lenez. Ethan Curtis Lindquist. Marissa Ray Riley Longren. Madison Elizabeth Long. Logan James Clay Lynch. Elizabeth Colleen Magnuson. Jenna Ray Mankey. Kaya May Mosky. RJ Andrew Murphy. Kayla Marie Meervold. Joshua Marshall Newton. Jagger Eugene Omled. Emily Jane Piatz. Reed Robert Riesing. Ellery Claire Shores. Haley Elizabeth Cizik. Eleanor Marie Taylor. Michael James Tilkins Rogstad. Leah Rose Wickham. Megan K. Wickham. Thank you to everyone who has helped to make this a special night. Thank you to the senior class advisors, Jen Lundeen, Beth Stone, and Brian Johnson. Our counselor, Amanda Tesmer, and our Dean of Students, Tammy Johnson, for the countless hours of preparation. A special thank you to Mark Johnson and John Larson of ECMEC for their work in recording this ceremony and producing a live-streamed event. Parents, grandparents, and friends, I would also like to thank you for coming and for your impact on these students. Also to the City of Braham, the Braham Police Department, and the Braham Fire Department, who were instrumental in preparing for and planning our post-ceremony senior parade route. Thank you for coming, and a final congratulations to the graduated class of 2020.